I'm meteorologist Peter Chan at the National Weather Service for Alaska statewide weather on this Friday, August 18th. On the weather map this Friday afternoon, we have a weakening area of low pressure south of Kodiak Island approaching the Gulf, and the system is not going to be especially strong and tending to weaken as we go through the course of the weekend, but it could eventually brush the outer areas of the Panhandle with a few showers. Further north, though, we've had a cold front push its way across the north slope and into the Brooks Range, and along this front there are areas of rain and rain showers along with cooler temperatures generally in the 40s, signaling an early hint of fall-like weather. Further west in through the Bering, a train of a couple different waves of low pressure will be working along this frontal boundary and bring additional moisture. We have a long southwesterly flow of air in the upper atmospheres that are transporting moisture across the Bering into the west coast, and eventually this moisture will send in a couple of more rounds of precipitation, first along the west coast and then in through areas of the central interior, especially along and then just south of the Alaska Range as we go through later this weekend and into Monday. Rainfall amounts could be on the heavier side, especially along the Brooks Range and North Slope, where 2 to as much as 4 inches of rain could fall through Monday. And then we do expect some breezy conditions along areas of the west coast, especially the west and south side of the Seward Peninsula and the outer portion of the Yukon Delta on up to Point Hope, where water levels could run 1 to 3 feet higher than the normal high tide. And the tides will be a bit higher than normal due to the fact we're just a couple days past the new moon. And then finally, the Berg Glacier dammed lake released into Controller Bay there, just northwest of Kayak Island, east of Cordova. And mariners are advised to watch out for any debris that may include things like floating logs or chunks of ice. And for those of you in the Panhandle, mainly dry and warm weather will continue over the weekend and especially next week. If there is the potential next week in the Panhandle, there could be some locations reach the 70s for some fine late summer weather. For Alaska statewide weather, I'm Peter Chan.